The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon Season 3 just featured one of the franchise's most exciting character returns in years, but despite how thrilling the cameo was, the zombie series will need a good explanation to justify this appearance. After getting caught up in a fierce storm, Carol and Daryl's journey back to the US took an unexpected detour into Spain. What was supposed to be little more than a short stay as they repaired their boat turned into a journey of self-reflection and a question of morality after the protagonists made valuable allies. As a result, Daryl Dixon Season 3's ending focused on the duo doing the right thing and saving those who had assisted them since arriving in foreign territory. Fortunately, they were able to succeed with their high-stakes mission and set up an exciting fourth and final season of Daryl Dixon, but one major cameo could change everything. Having disappeared at the end of Season 2, Codron returned to the spin-off in Solas del Mar, but it remains unclear how he made it from the UK to Spain. It's great to see Codron again in The Walking Dead. Although he is still a relatively new addition to The Walking Dead, seeing Codron return was extremely satisfying, as well as a major relief. Debuting in Daryl Dixon Season 1, Codron was introduced as a key antagonist before helping save the main group in the finale, creating a compelling redemption arc throughout Season 2. After putting himself on the line to protect Lauren and get the child to safety, it looked like we may never see him again following his disappearance during Daryl Dixon Season 2's ending. This made his arrival in Spain an unexpected surprise, but a welcome one, considering he has been such a key part of the spin-off. Codron is also a very capable fighter, a valuable ally, and he has a great personality, all of which will be great to see in Season 4. Therefore, writing him off without explanation would undoubtedly have been a big mistake, which made me genuinely ecstatic to see the reformed villain again, but his cameo didn't come without raising one major concern. The Walking Dead will struggle to explain how Codron tracked Daryl and Carol down so quickly via AMC+. Despite how happy I am that Codron wasn't simply forgotten by Daryl Dixon's writers, I'm worried about how they're going to explain the survivor tracking down Daryl and Carol so swiftly. We last saw him hallucinating in the channel, and while he could have eventually ended up in England like the lead duo, his next steps are unclear. Assuming he did reach the UK, England has no known survivors in the Walking Dead universe, according to Julian, who claimed to be the last one. Unfortunately, he was killed while traveling with Daryl and Carol, meaning that unless Codron saw the boat departing, it seems impossible that he would know what happened to his allies after being separated from them. Even if he did watch them sail from afar, it still doesn't explain how he'd know they ended up in Spain, nor how he actually got there. This creates a complicated puzzle that will potentially need an entire episode to be explained in a compelling and logical way, creating a headache for Season 4. Hopefully, the spin-off show has something special up its sleeve and spends plenty of time focusing on Codron's journey, but it certainly won't be easy to provide a satisfying answer to this convoluted mystery. Codron could have used a bigger role in Daryl Dixon Season 3's finale via AMC+. With Codron's return kicking off the finale, it seemed like he might play a pivotal role in Daryl Dixon Season 3's last episode. Unfortunately, we didn't see him again until the closing moments. Confirming that he was alive and in Spain before revealing that he saw Daryl and Carol's boat explode will certainly get viewers interested in his Season 4 role. However, he could have been more involved. Rather than simply showing that he survived, Daryl Dixon Season 3 could have used Codron's return to begin teasing how exactly he got to Spain, either by picturing him with new characters or perhaps highlighting the survivor leaving his method of transport behind. Even if they wanted to completely save this for Season 4, allowing him to be the one to save Daryl in the closing moments would have made for a much bigger moment, while instantly putting him at odds with Feed ahead of the final installment. Understandably, the series wants to keep reunions and backstories on the table to make the next outing as highly anticipated as possible. Still, Codron's strong return could have been even better had he been more directly involved in the plot, putting plenty of pressure on Daryl Dixon's final chapter to perform. How Codron could have reached Spain and found Daryl. Working out how Codron reached Spain and found Daryl Dixon's leading duo is rather complicated, but there are a few possibilities that might make sense. Firstly, he may have found another survivor in the UK who saw the ship leaving, leading to Codron setting sail or potentially flying alongside his new British ally. It seems far-fetched, but it's possible that someone with sailing expertise could have predicted where Daryl and Carol would have washed up based on their journey. Likewise, they could have spotted the crashed boat via plane, yet had to land elsewhere, hence why Codron was seen traveling the country, seemingly looking for clues about Daryl and Carol's whereabouts. Alternatively, his hallucination in the channel may have sent him heading back to France, where he could have rendezvoused with Fallu and his other French allies. Given that Fallu happened to know a Scottish couple, he may also have contacts in Spain, who could have reached out about a pair of Americans arriving in the country.